It's hard to imagine, but for one weekend each June, this tranquil scene becomes the center of the universe for the Dupage Amateur Radio Club. Well, maybe not quite, but close. It's Field Day. Field Day is an exercise designed to test amateur radio operators on our ability to perform under simulated emergency conditions. We pack up our radios, antennas, and anything and everything we can think of and bring them out to the Field Day site. We must be totally self-sufficient, because oftentimes in a real emergency or disaster, hams are among the first responders on the scene. We test our radios, power supplies, coax, and even pre-assemble antennas at home so that when we bring them out to the Field Day site, we don't have any surprises. Okay, strike that. We always have a few surprises. Every year something goes wrong and we have to come together and come up with a solution. But that's the point of Field Day. Real emergencies aren't scripted. We can train on how to respond, but Field Day teaches us how to react. Members of DARC come out early Friday night and try to get a head start on setup. Here we're assembling the mast and beam for one of the two CW stations. Cooperation is essential for Field Day, as it is in a real emergency situation. Antennas and gear can be brought out to the site, but without the help of others, antennas never get raised and the radios are silent. The driven element and reflector are stored assembled and only have to be attached to the boom at the Field Day site. Capacitance spokes are then screwed into the tapped brass fittings on the traps. There are 56 spokes total. 48 are 6 inches long. The other 8 are either a little longer or a little shorter. The placement of these 8 is critical to a good SWR and even a noticeable front to back on the beam. When checking the readings after initial setup, the spokes had to be reinstalled in their proper placement. Another Field Day lesson, and the reason that these odd 8 will be color-coded for next year.
Well, yeah, that's. I'd say just leave it tied and wrap it around the base. Yeah, that may work.
Of course, I didn't bring a second card.
A final check to make sure that the guy lines are secure, and all eyes are on the raising of the antenna.
I did well on 45 inches.
Somebody get at the base of the antenna too. Alright, try to get north of the base. Okay, that looks better than last year. Okay. Now as we hold it, somebody go around with the come this way. Whoever has the hammer. By the way.
Marty, KE6WNQ, arrives at the Field Day site looking a bit like a rock star coming out onto center stage. It wasn't a musical instrument, or even a WMD that Marty was carrying, but his antenna deployment device. After designing, building, and testing this compressed air bazooka, Marty was going to use it at Field Day for the very first time. The launcher propels a Teflon projectile with jet line, a polypropylene type line attached.
Well, freedom of speech. Marty, I hope you're shooting east.
What? The line has a 210-pound braking strength and is factory coiled in a 5-gallon plastic bucket. How would it work? We would soon find out. The launch was a success and allowed us to string up the 40-meter CW dipole before nightfall. There would be more launches and antenna raisings to come, but for now the crew could relax, get a good night's sleep, and get ready to do it all again in the morning.
Can you hold it, Marty? I think it'll be okay. There you go. Okay, we're good. We're good.